Hello and welcome back to the Kerbal Stream Program. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Making History. Yeah, so what the game told me when I opened up the game, Copernicus, which is one of the mods I'm using, is not compatible with the newest update. I don't know if that actually is a thing or not. Also, I don't necessarily need Copernicus. It's just the part that makes the rings around Jewel work in the safe, so we can go without that. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and play the next stock mission. There's now also Steam Workshop with the newest update, which means all of this is now just doable by clicking something in game instead of downloading a file and putting it into the files. So not like this anymore, but just go over here and do this and just take the best, probably. What are the featured ones? Hydraulic Disaster, 2001, A Space Odyssey, of course. That's one that I think Shadow Zone did together with Scott Manley. Either way, we are doing the stock missions. We still have a bunch to go. To be exact, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. And I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna try to finish them all today. Either way, Munar 1 is our next mission. And we're gonna start because we're gonna get this text when we start anyway. Or not! Missions for Munar 1. Orbit Kerbin, orbit the moon, land on the moon, orbit the moon, splash down on Kerbin. So this is basically, vessel requires Mark 1-3 command pod. That would be that. The Munar excursion module. So this is basically Apollo. Apollo 11. So all in all, this is the pod that needs to come back, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure that can come back and splash down without a problem. Like this. And heat shield. I mean, we could go really big, but necessarily we need one of these and that's it. Also, theoretically, I need this to be able to dock. What do we have docking port wise? Yeah, see, it needs to be half Calampatron Juniors either way. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say launch escape system wherever that is, cause reasons. Pretty obvious reasons, I hope. Mostly cause it looks better. That also means that we need this to have proper chutes. And don't worry about the hatch, we don't need to get out of the hatch. I also want this to be its very own stage, because I'm not gonna use this by itself. Action groups. Abort toggles this engine. What also toggles this engine is 10, which is the 0 on my keyboard. That toggles this engine and also undocks, decouples, whatever. Because that's what we're gonna do once we're in space. Then of course this needs a decoupler. Which one is the one in that size? Kinda-ish. Yeah, that's the next one. Which also means that abort would do this. What else do we need? Mark 1 Munar service module SM25. It doesn't payload. Why would I need that? Ever? Heck. First of all, this needs a thing to come home with, so I don't have any limitations on my building here, so I'm just gonna go big or go home. Can I have the one in between? Like, is it so hard to give me appropriately sized fuel tanks? Because that's incredibly huge. That's not quite where I want it to be, and that's way too small. Yeah, because I don't see the appropriate size. There! Why is that all the way down there? This is the appropriate size. No. No. Don't think a skipper is necessary. Wolfhound. That seems like 2.5k delta V. Yeah, that sure seems like something. What's the other version of that? Yeah, you can't keep the thrust plate. That's fine. Do we have anything that's better? 375 in vacuum. 420. 412 ISP. What do we have on the more well-known space engines? 345 in vacuum. You know, honestly, do we have thrust plates? Inflatable airlock. Dude, stuff we don't need. Parts I've never used and probably will never use. But Do we have thrust plates? I don't think so. This would be under the engines, wouldn't they? Would they be under tanks? I'm just gonna assume that this is a fine thing. That's 2.5k delta V. I think that should be fine for going home from the moon. Basically. Yeah, 2.5k delta V is easily enough for moon stuff. Where is the fucking decoupler I want? Then we're gonna put this, cause reasons. I guess we can use this for electricity and the likes. Electricity. I don't have any way. I've got fuel cells. That's about it. So what I want to do is pack a bunch of these. Essentially. Basically, if I ever need to, I'm going to activate those 2 fuel cells there. I'm just gonna hope I won't need to. Okay. What I'm gonna do under here is I'm gonna... Why is this a one-man pod? Oh wait. I've got all people in there that I need in there. That's fine. Looked at the wrong side. Coupler or clampetron, yeah. That's what I wanted. Cause yeah, that's where I'm gonna put that. How much LF aux does that have? Not too much, so I want to go ahead and add some more fuel to that. Not RCS fuel. That should be fine. Some more of that. Like this. Just so it has the amount of delta V that I want it to have. You have a decoupler as well inbuilt, right? How much frickin' delta V does this have? 94. Literally fucking nothing. Okay. Never mind, that frickin' counts all of that. What if I go ahead and say I drop all of this first? Then this suddenly has stage 3? Why? by the way. Lander, Munar 1. Configure vessel naming. Can we just call this Munar 1 lander? Yeah, that shouldn't have a lot of fuel. Should it? So I'm gonna go ahead and just be on the safe side, get rid of that stupid little engine there. And that looks so stupid. Put one of these here. Decoupler. Wrong decoupler. So yeah, I want this. Wait. This can be up there with that stuff because it's never gonna fire by itself. So can this. So can this. Basically. That will also never fire. Okay. I'm gonna basically do this manually, because dumb. Fairing. Can you just make that, like, not dumb? I hope that's, like, actually not dumb now. What I want to have, though, is an own stage where this, and this happens. Because that's gonna be the one that goes off when we start back from the moon. And under that, I want... Nah. Okay. Yeah, actually make something like this happen. And Moon Lander module, what do you have for an engine? I mean, the pool is to pick, that's no. What do we put there? I mean, the cheetah is probably a little bit... little bit too much, honestly. Why would I use an arrow spike? Like, that's dumb. What do I not have on there, by the way? Oh, the LT1 landing struts. Where are those anyway? There. Start those retracted. And honestly, just frickin' put some of those on there. So those four. What is that? Why? I guess I'm still gonna do this like that. Because all of this is gonna happen manually anyway. Decoupler. Wrong decoupler. Can I have those like up here, maybe? Yeah, that's better. And then I want no. I guess that would be fine, actually. Even if it doesn't actually do the exact adapter that I would want it to do, since there is no fucking adapter from this size to the size I want. Either way. First of all, you're gonna get this, which is gonna go off manually. Pretty much just like this decoupler and these engines. And then I'm gonna do this. And put one huge fairing around here up until here. Which means in case of abort, I also want this fairing to go. This is fine. Now we put this all the way up here. And we build a little transfer stage to the moon. Which means we need fuel. That's the wrong kind of fuel. That's the right kind of fuel. But they need a little bit more than that. Because that's actually gonna be Cheetah is probably a little bit overzealous. Like that's nowhere near big enough. Cat. Like, that works. Why not? SLS parts for the win. Where is the... You know, the one thing I do not like in the least about the new part... About the parts being, like, uniform now. I have no fucking clue which fucking decoupler is which fucking size. But I guess that's the biggest one and that's the smallest one, yeah. Whatevs. Adapter. Basically what we need now is atmospheric efficiency and something that can basically launch from ground level into Kerbin orbit. So 4000 delta V. Kerbodyne KE1 Mastodon. That does not have the amount of thrust I need it to have. That would have, but what the fuck? The skiff is probably even less big. 265 and 300 kilonewtons. 240. Yeah, that is nowhere near that. Basically, what the hell? What I need this to do is add some more of these. Or at least add some more engines. Because this is hardly getting it off. Wow, that's actually getting it off the ground. Hardly, but it does. My transfer stage has 4,000 delta, has 1,400 delta V. Okay, so I basically need like at least 500 to 1,000 more delta V on this than it currently has. Do these have gimbal? Yeah. What I want with that is I want oops. What the hell are you doing now? Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Then let me add some decouplers to this and add some boosters. Should be the easiest way of doing stuff. These 4 orange tanks. And where's the twin bore? Okay, let me slide the whole thing up a bit. What I'm basically making here is a Saturn V space launch system hybrid that should never exist, but that's fine with me. These are gonna get the SAS module that I wanted to put on the other thing. Stop clicking out of the fucking game. This for safety. The Sapatrons. Those should go when those go. And those 4 should go at the same time as the... Why is engine bad? Why are those not in the same stage? Stop doing bullshit. Boom and a boom. Those should properly get rid of the boosters, and then of course we need, if they start at the same time, those need to feed into fuck's sake, the center stage. So 1.3 getting off the pad, that's fine. All in all, 4,400. I think we're fine. We want to stay top heavy, so these drain first. Same for this. After this, this doesn't have any fuel. This does have fuel, 70. Then this is 69. And this is 68. And then fuel balancing shouldn't matter anymore. Yeah. So this is basically my attempt at a Munar then. Would be nice if those would not go before the engine start. Thank you. I still don't know why KSP by default does that. But yeah, this is fine. Question mark? Export craft to Steam. I like that that's a thing. Save. And launch and hope everything goes well. Start mission. Are we actually starting from KSC?